Hey guys, you're welcome on here. It's a pleasure to have a topical with Essay It. There are so many activities in our nation, Nigeria, stories, top stories, entertainment, news. We have so many, but the cross of feed or the high tourist here at Topical Network is the 774,000 jobs that is supposed to spread across the 774 local government areas in Nigeria. Meanwhile, note that this is not like a skid job. This is more a job for the unskilled persons in Nigeria that is supposed to offer them 20,000 naira remuneration at the end of each month, and it's supposed to last for 3 months. But one of the questions Nigerians are asking rather, is what would happen after the 3 months. Then other questions are, okay, the process has really been a lot of controversy between the Minister of Labor, State Employment and Productivity, that's Festus Keyamu, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, and the National Assembly member, because a lot of activities have really happened in the process of coming to a compromise in this job. So many people are really wondering, why is there not a why are the nationals independent of the program? Why are they dependent on the program? I would put it that way, because there's really not a compromise hasn't been reached. And to say that this is one of the merged job in Nigeria that would actually accommodate non-graduates. I know so many people need the money, so they would be there. At least so many controversy, people are really worried, so many thoughts, so many reactions, so many opinions on this in particular. Please, if you're in Nigeria, and before I even go further and I'm listening to this video, I would like you to just give me your feedback in the comment section. We are all in this together, because we have one relative or another who really do not even have a source of revenue, and who really do not have income at the end of the month. 20k is a lot of money to them. Yesterday, while I watched two lawyers debate on this, it was something. Of course, definitely one was in favor. Obviously, one was in favor of Keyamu, while the other was against him, considering the different legal and constitutions of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. But sometimes we also need individual opinion on this, like, okay, what do people really think? Instagram, Twitter, all other social media networks, people have come to say, you know what, this is not the job the government provided for, assured or guaranteed the people. This is less than what we ever expected. Some people are saying, okay, no matter how we see it, 20,000 naira might be a very small amount of money, less than the average minimum wage in Nigeria, which is 30,000 naira. But whether we like it or not, some persons still need this money. Yes, some persons need this money. They need to save from this money, and they also need to then invest it into other business. Some persons also think, okay, this money should have been used for infrastructural development, like the educational system, the health system, and what of you. Then others also think, you know what, capacity, people need the money. People need money for them to save, no matter how small it is, to start up whatever they have to. So what is your opinion on this? Let us know. This is topical, and this is a very topical issue, because what affects the ordinary citizen of Nigeria affects each and every one of us. And I sure in the last meeting they had, why they were supposed to come to a compromise, the National Assembly member and Festus Keyamu, there was like a lot of controversy that spread around everywhere, and that brought everything to the fore of everybody to know. So right about now, let me just read one of the statement I saw that he posted, and which he says, all my life I have fought good governance and constitutional democracy. I will not come into government and to be intimidated to abandon those principles. I would rather leave this assignment, if Mr. President so directs, than compromise the jobs meant for ordinary Nigerians who have no godfathers or who are not affiliated to any political party. That is or was by Festus Keyamu, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Minister of State, Labor and Employment. Like, it's really so sad, so strange that a 20,000 naira, for me, I feel to a very large extent, the National Assembly, even when there is a constitution that binds, okay, that the minister should come forth and justify how he's going to work around this job, and in ensuring that every EDG of the local government gets this job. I still feel to a very large extent that the National Assembly, this is just a very, very minor job that they should be so much engrossed in. We have other national issues instead of them fighting over a 20,000 naira job for people. The display wasn't really, for me, a very good one, because sometimes I feel, oh, if at issues like this is how they display, they talk, and they end up not coming to a conclusion. So what in other major projects that would even yield our nation, our economy, and the people greater benefit, this is also how they handle it. Yes, people had blamed Festus Keyamu that you should not just be the sole proprietor, the administrator of the process. But looking at the job, what do you think? He's the minister. He has the right to employ. What matters is, what I feel it's even at the point of execution that they're supposed to come in and say, you know what, because I feel this is not the job we want to start looking for. Oh, godfatherism is too small. And we should not relegate ourselves to the extent of just fighting, especially our leaders fighting very small battles, the battles that are meant to be fought by people at the local government level. Worst case scenario, let the local government handle these situations. Let them handle. My feeling was, okay, after Festus Keyamu would have done this, his own bit of it, liaise with the representative of each local government, then they transcend it to the local government area, because these are people living at the grassroots. These are people living within that local government area. The job might not be what we want, but at least, however it is, they will be able to save, no matter how small it is at the end of the month. It's laughable, though it's not what we ask for, it's not what we request for. Sweeping, cleaning gutters, but we also need people to do this job. And since they've come up with it for 3 months, it's really laughable to say this is how we have rated our people to. This is how they have rated our people to. But that notwithstanding, some things should be upheld with a lot of integrity and actions, so that everybody will benefit from it. 20,000 naira to me, it's even small. They should have made it 30,000 naira in the first place, which will be okay for 30 days, 1,000 naira each day. So on the average or on the minimum, if you're not going to use enough transport, is within your local government area. But if you're going to have an expenditure of 500 naira from the job, you still have a 500 naira to save, and saving that for 3 months, you would be able to sustain the person for another, or you can invest it in other businesses. And another thought action in my head is, okay, they said it's for 3 months. What happens after 3 months? Will the gutters be left? Will the marketplace be left too? So this should be a local government job that those at the helm of affairs are fighting for. So let me just read. Okay, this is from the Punch newspaper, and they said the National Assembly has again tackled the Minister for Labor, Employment and Productivity, Mr. Keyamu, saying the minister ought to understand the difference between activism and governance. I don't really understand what that means, because every now and then things are okay. He was ordered out of the National Assembly on Tuesday following his refusal to apologize after the legislator accused him of raising his voice at them over the federal government planned recruitment of 774,000 Nigerians under the Special Public Works Program. Okay, at that level, I think the National Assembly members, they should focus on more credible, valuable things than this. This is a local government project, and they should not put themselves at they should, after all, they've been there. What are they doing for their nationals at the time of what is it called, COVID-19, when they were supposed to speak up? They never did. So I don't understand what their problem is. COVID-19 palliatives, nobody heard their voice. So why are they raising their voices as if they care so much about their people, about their origin? This is too minute for them. As far as I'm concerned, this is too minute for them to be struggling, fighting, and putting on hold. The truth be told. Okay, Speaking with journalists on Friday, the chairman of the House Committee on Media and Public Resources Affairs, Mr. Benjamin Kali, said it is an irony that a member of the executive tried to tell the National Assembly how to do its job. Well, I don't know about that. Whatever it is, when we say we want the door closed to interact with you on something we feel is of national security or should be put in the open on the issues are iron, that you don't say it is an atmosphere for corruption. You don't tell us to run the affairs because you don't oversee us when you appear before us. It is our call and we tell you how we want the interaction to be carried out. You can't tell us how to go about this. That is just a line, some lines from the Punch newspaper. It is good for us to understand one another and not to bring gangsterism into governance. I have seen a good number of people, so many persons, like I said, had accused Festus Keyamu of being too rude, while some persons, yes, also applauded him for upholding the tenets of his job. So whatever you think, I've also heard my opinion, so whatever you think is your opinion or what you think of this job, kindly let me know in the comment section. This is a national concern to everybody, because the people who need this money in our communities, in our local government areas, they are part of, or some of them are our relatives. So if you know you at the end of the month you cannot live at 20,000 naira to anybody, don't criticize them. That's a whole lot of money. Some persons need this money, whether we like it or not. They need the savings for this money. My major concern is after the 3 months, what happened? What would they do after the 3 months? So it's time for us to call a spade a spade. It's time for us to take our actions very right and correctly. It's time for us to stand for the truth. The national, yes, they have to intervene, they have to oversee, they have to know what is happening in their constituency. But beyond this job, what else are they doing for their constituency and in their constituency? How far are they developing their constituency? How far are they standing up for the good governance of Nigeria? How well are they ensuring that a community make the people, a local government makes a state make the Federal Republic of Nigeria, states make the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So it starts at the grassroots. It is time for them to come together and say and do the right thing for the people. We need good governance. We need good politics. We need policies. We need a rational human being who would let us or tell us, you know what, things need to work and work perfectly well for everybody. This is where I draw the curtain on this. I know we have other top stories. If you have some that are very interesting, exciting, kindly let me know in the comment section. I'm a topical girl. It was a pleasure having you here. Please kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. We need to move, we need to upgrade, we need to be a family, we need to be a clan, we need to be a tribe, we need to be a community. This is the topical community, and thank you all to my topicals who have been here for me since I started this YouTube channel. It's good having you, it's good knowing you, it's good you supporting me, and I'll support you back. Thank you so much, and do have a very, very pleasant day. Bye bye.